Yeah. Okay. I've got my cheap cappuccino here. I've got some sausage rolls. I'm ready to game. What are we doing today? I'll tell you what we're fucking doing today. We are doing Masks of Power. This is a Bionicle fan game that just got released. It's been in development for a little while, but the reason it just got released is because the developers have essentially abandoned this version. They basically completely started over and it looks way better. They put a fair bit into this one and they figured, hey, fuck it, we might as well release this version as well, just as a little standalone thing. So that's what we are doing. Right. Step 1. Who do we play as? So I'm gonna be nerding out a little bit during this. Who are we gonna play as? This is Onua, the Tower of Earth. He tunnels underground and stuff. This is Liwa, the Tower of Air. He lives in jungles and can levitate. This is Pohatu, the Tower of Stone. He lives out in the desert and he's got super speed. This is Tahu, he's the Tower of Fire. He can, his mask lets him create a shield. This is Kopaka, the Tower of Ice. His mask allows him to, it's basically binoculars. It's the shittest mask. And this is Gali, the Tower of Water. She can breathe underwater, and she has hooks for hands, for some reason. Fire. Fine. Let's do it. New game. What should we call the new game? Bingy. Bingy. Let's go. Look at him. Haha. Oh, that's a forwards button. Whoa! Oh! Alright. Didn't know that was a thing. How do I... What? That's a very slow swing. So here's this guy. He's... I'm always torn on which is my favourite, but this guy has always been my favourite since I was a kid. So these are all the different masks we can collect. This upper half, these are the great masks. And these lower ones, these are the noble masks. They have different, more specific abilities, and they're not as powerful as these ones. Great stuff. I'm sure you're terribly excited. Stand in pools like these to refill your protodermis. Refill it now! Make sure your mask is disabled. Yep. Oh, I've got the wrong mask on. There we go. Don't worry, this tutorial isn't very long. We're nearly done with it already. I am he who has brought you to this place, a place to guide you and show your true destiny. Who am I? You are a Toa, a hero? One who fights villainy no matter the circumstance? I'm ready to wake up now. Boom. Yeah. We're now on the island of Matanui. If I remember correctly, in that direction, through that charred, burnt down forest over there, is the village of Tarkoro, which is the fire village. I'm sorry. Sorry that I'm going to be nerding out about all this stupid shit. This is the face of Matanui here. He is the great spirit. He is the god being of this universe, and the island we're on is named after him. And it turns out, guess what, that Matanui is actually a gigantic robot that fell from another planet onto this one and is buried under the island. That's how the Bionicle storyline ended. Turns out Matanui isn't literally a god, he's a gigantic robot, and all the main characters are nanomachines inside him. Which, I mean, that's kind of cool, honestly. What I love about Bionicle is how it blends this like weird sci-fi stuff with like this sort of spiritual tribalism sort of vibe. That was always super interesting to me. Ooh, listen to the music. Wonder if this is actually narrated or anything. So, see how it's already foreshadowed. The Great Spirit like descends from the sky and crashes. And like around him, these these represent the tribes being formed in worship to him. But they're just his nanomachines from inside. And then his brother arrived, and he like cast a sort of curse. I guess you could essentially say it was more like a computer virus on his brother to put him to sleep. And then he tried to take over the island by spreading this like plague, which again I guess is more like a virus, and he can like bend people to his will and stuff like that. And he has his minions and stuff. This is a great narration from me, I'm sure. But then look, more things descend from the sky. And they destroy the minions. And eventually Makuta himself. So these represent the Toa, like us, like him, like Redman here. And so the giant Rice Krispies descended from the heavens and defeated the big black Weetabix. I love the shitty jump animation though, he just freezes in midair. Oh, when I was playing on controller, I noticed there was a way to go first person. What was that? Switch views V. Yeah! See, I have been wanting a game like this, but for it to be first person. I usually prefer first person games. It's not a make or break thing, but I like feeling like I'm there, you know? So we are now in Tawahi. So the cities, oh look, there's like enemies over there, look. Wahi is their name for like, I guess like a county in a way, and Koro is their word for town or city. So we're currently in Tawahi, which is the area surrounding Takoro, the city of Tahu, this guy. You see how it all works? Anyway, right, let's how quickly does that drain our... Okay, we can keep the shield up for bloody ages. Wah! Woo! Whoa! Oh, you get like... You get stuff from the enemies. Attack! Oh, my stamina's out, that's why. Well, it's okay, because they ain't attacking me. So I can just, like, wait. Why? There we go. I think it was glitched and my stamina wasn't recovering. Okay. So we're gathering things like gel, widgets, and infected masks. That's interesting. So the infected masks are how the big bad guy brainwashes people and creatures. Right, what way should we go? There's some steps over there through the forest. We could follow this stream. I would wager that just following this stream will lead us to the city. Looks like it's going to be a very interesting journey. So, how y'all doing? Come here often. It's a long journey down a very bland road here. Hang on. Wait a minute. We can change Toa at any time. This guy has super speed. Yeah! Woohoo! There we go. That's more like it. Yeah. So these are... I wonder how they're gonna be like... Are we using old lore or slightly revised lore? Because here's something interesting. A bunch of words in Bionicle were basically nicked from, I think, like Maori tribes. And they actually got in trouble because these like villager people, the word for them used to be, when Bionicle started, it used to be Tuhunga. But that's like an actual, I think, like Maori word. And they got told, hey, you can't do that. Come up with your own word. And so they had to like come up with an in-canon reason to rename them from Tuhunga to Matoran. Takar says, excuse me for a moment. Welcome, Toa, to my humble shop. Would you perhaps be in the market for a Takaro guard staff?
I'm allowed to buy one.
Well, technically, no. You're supposed to have a Takaro guard insignia, but I'd be willing to make an exception for you. I'm afraid I don't have any use for one at the moment. Very well. Okay, so that's interesting. So at some point we'll have to buy a guard staff for some reason. Let me in! Right, so this is Takoro, the fire city. Suvas are like shrines. And I think when we collect the masks, I think we have to put them here, and when we get all of the masks, we get a golden mask of like the one he's wearing now. Here's Vakama. He's the village elder kind of folk. The Taraga. Ah! They really need to sort out these camera angles. Welcome, Toa. I'm glad that you at least are safe. I think they lifted a lot of this dialogue from the online game from back in the day. I've not heard from the other Taraga for quite a while. I'm worried that something has happened to them.
What could have happened to the other Taraga?
We have gathered to discuss some important matters at the Kini Nui. It seems that the other Taraga were less fortunate on their return journey. So the Kini Nui is like this giant shrine at the center of the island, as far as I remember. And it leads to the final boss, basically. Head to the other villages. Thank you. Head to the other villages. They might have a better idea of where their Taraga are. And be sure to visit me after you've found them all. I have something else that you will need to hear. Interesting. He has something to tell us, but isn't going to tell us what. For some reason. So let's have a look at this map. Okay. So that's the journey we've done. This is the beach where we landed. Very cool. This is like deeper than I thought it would be. I was expecting it to basically just be wandering the island fighting stuff, but there's actual systems and collectible stuff. So what's this way? Ah, right, I can start nerding out here. So this is after the events, at least the beginning events of the online game, because there's a mini game in that where you have to drain this area of lava, and look, it's all lava that's been drained away because you have to fix this machine here. Oh, where are the useful crabs? Where are the useful crabs? They're these big crabs. Here we are. I love them. I suppose you could build them out of the actual pieces. I should do that. So she has an air meter, even though she's... Do I have to activate the... Yeah, if I activate the mask, the air meter stops. Okay, fair enough. I was about to say, hey, she can breathe underwater. But only if we activate the mask. That makes sense. How do we get out? How do we get out of this? Whoa, and she can swim fast. Please let me out. Right, there we go.
What are you holding?
Oh, it's a data pad. My buddy Nuperu, I know that character, designed it. It lets me mange. Oh no. It lets me mange the manifest of everything mined here. I love manging the manifest. I could report that little typo, but I don't want to. I like him manging the manifest or whatever the fuck he said. I'm sure this stream is riveting, but I am quite enjoying myself, so fuck you, you know. Oh, this is Onokoro here. This is the underground village. Oh, is that Nuperu? This is the guy they were just talking about. He ends up being important in the Borok storyline, which I don't think this game will cover. Where are we now? Ah, this is the beginning of Powahi, I think, the desert region. Midak. G'day, Pahatu. What are you doing out here? I'm not a fan of the dark, so I stay out here. That's the shittest Australian accent I think I've ever done. Oh, this looks a lot cooler than it used to. I will say that much. Welcome to the Onokoro Shipping Center. Is there anything I can help you with today?
What is this place?
This is the Onokoro Shipping Center, like I just fucking said. We ship things from Koro to Koro. I know it seems like we're in Powahi, but we're actually just on the edge of Onowahi. Ah, okay. Thank you for correcting what I said earlier. Oh, let's be Liwa. Let's be Liwa for a bit. He was one of my faves growing up. How do I... Whoa! Okay. Whoa! What the fuck? Why was that so much more epic than all the other Tower abilities? I don't even know what that did. Just sent out a huge pulse. Interact with boat. Where would you like to go? Kowahi Powahi. Interesting. Okay. So Garkoro should be around here, I think. Like in this sort of mouth region, kinda. Ooh. There's a mask up there. I think it's one of the noble ones. Right, how will I get it? Whoa, shit. Okay, well, let's try that again. And let's try that again, because that very nearly worked. Yeah. Let's give it to him. Mahiki. I have no idea what that mask does. Mahiki. Tell me what it does. Mask of illusion not working. Interesting. Why can't it update this as you select them, for God's sake? Oh, look at that big face over there. Does that make any sense lore-wise? I don't think it does. What's that supposed to be? Just like a ruin? Oh, look, there's another mask in there. I don't know what it is. I love exploring deserts. Let's see up here. A calm cave. Interesting. So we can just happen upon side questy stuff. Is there a guard? There should be like a guard button. Anyway. Look at this guy. I always wanted one of the figures of these guys. They're very cool. Come on. They would be cool if they could figure out how to get out of the water. I'm very glad they've started over with this game. I'll say that much. Because while it's nice to explore, this is very fucking rough. I mean, that guy is just stuck. Right, come on. Oh no. Yeah, he's just stuck, so can I damage him? Whoop. It's got a lot of health. Let's try this. Wah. Useless. Right. Let's try and lure him back over this way. I think he's just stuck, isn't he? Oh, there we go. Right. Right. Come up here, because I would like to fight you. Come on. Don't fight. Why? I want to fight. Maybe we should fight it in the water. And we can't fight in the water. Brilliant. Brilliant. So, oh, and we're stuck now. We're stuck now. Very cool. Very cool. Right. So this has been Bionicle Masks of Power. I was enjoying it. Oh, there we go. Okay. Get out. Jump over the top. Right. Good grief. Good grief. Do any of the other Toa have like a ranged attack? Yes! Right, this will take forever. But this is the best we can do. Oh, for God's sake. I'm having a lot of fun. Good Lord. Right. Okay, dokie. Let's carry on with finding Gakoro. What's that little island over there? Oh, it's just the other side. Okay, we're fairly near now. Ah, look. That looks like Gakoro over there. Very well. Right, here's Gakoro. It's a big statue of our face, look. Are we going to have to do the same puzzle from the online game? Yes. Of course. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh, God. Okay, here's Gakoro. They could have made this a little bigger. I know this is what it looks like on the online game, but could have like spaced it out more, added more houses. Right, well, as cool as this has been, I think I will leave it here. I'm sure this has been the best stream ever. Fascinating. I mean, it's fine. They are working on a much better version of it, like I've said. I'm intrigued by that. There's another fan game that's been worked on as well, and that one looks like surprisingly, you know, good. There you go. Brief stream, I know. Not the most interesting, but I don't care. Right. Goodbye.